Well, here we are. We're at the randomly picked place out of the 36 walking highlights draw. We're at a completely different county today. We've not been to this county yet since I started the channel, and this place is a suggestion by someone as well, so I'm really looking forward to showing you today, folks. Today I'm in Tintagel in Cornwall. I'll be starting in King Arthur's car park around this area, and we'll be walking along 4th Street, turning down on Castle Road, and then we'll be heading up onto the southwest coast path, following it all the way along here, carrying on. Right near the coast we should see some fantastic views as we're going along all the way down here, and then stopping briefly in Boscastle, and depending on the time we might have to get going pretty sharpish. Probably going to be getting the bus from Boscastle all the way back to Tintagel. So join me on my walk to see how I get on. Steeped in magic and mystery, Tintagel's connection with King Arthur has made the area popular with tourists, artists and writers for centuries. Situated on a dramatic coastline pounded by the Atlantic, there's much more to offer than just legends. Tintagel's association with King Arthur can be traced back to Geoffrey of Monmouth's book History of the King of Britain, written sometime in the first half of the 12th century. According to the book, Tintagel Castle was the home of Uther Pendragon, Arthur's father. Over the years, countless other authors have created their own versions of the story, introducing us to Merlin, Guinevere and the Knights of the Round Table. Alright, here we go. Just leaving King Arthur's car park, and we'll be going down this way. And yeah, so this is 4th Street, and as you can see it is very busy today, being Easter. And as you look up here, all this is to do with the legend of King Arthur, so we'll see lots of references to this. And of course, just coming to this part of Tintagel is a delight. You just got to be careful though walking along here, because there are cars coming backwards and forwards, and you might not hear them being taken in by the scenery. And there we go, that's down there's Tintagel Castle. Yeah, we've got to go down here, Castle Road. I think from my experience of being at Tintagel in the past, it's quite a steep hill. And this is where you get tickets to go to cross the Tintagel Castle. It's a lovely introduction though. Coming down here, you know what you're here for and what you want to see. There is also a cafe, there's a shop, and of course, yeah, go along there and then you go up, as you can see here. Look how stunning this is. It almost feels like a fantasy land, you know. Amazing, it really is. But we're going to go down this way. So we'll be shortly getting on the coastal path, of course, and we've got to get down there, I believe, and then we'll probably be going up some steps, something like that. But here we go, crack on. And yeah, just so much to appreciate here, there really is. I love this map. Look at that, that's brilliant, isn't it? Excellent, really like this. And a lot of people are keen to just sort of step up and have a look at this as well. This is awesome. This really is cool. Absolutely stunning. We have to come down and have a look at this. Wow. God. Yeah. What a beautiful sight it really is here. And if you look up to the left, there's that bridge, and they're really looking after it and making sure that it stays open to the public. I think if you join the English Heritage, then of course you've got access to all those sites that they do cover as part of your subscription. So it's very popular up there, as you can see all the people. So here we go, we're going over this water, and we've got to start climbing up the cliff. So let's let the adventure carry on. And of course these are quite narrow steps, so just careful of where you're treading. But you're going to get some wonderful views again up here. I mean, this place is just absolutely filled with different spots to get some shots, and just there's so many people up here. Look at this, it's just what a wonderful day. And also a lot of people are coming all over the world here, they really are. You can hear all the different different languages people speak, so it's just wonderful being part of this with everyone, you know. You keep climbing up here and you look on the left and it's just spectacular, of course, and it's just going to get better as you climb up here, isn't it? So yeah, again, just be careful because, like I say, this path is quite narrow, but you do get your steps that come into play. How blue that ocean is. It's great to be back on the coastal path again, folks, and have you with us. I'll have to take the jacket off very soon. It's really heating up now, I'll tell you. But wow, amazing. Thank you.
It's okay.
God, another. As you come over here, there's like another part to it, you know. It unravels as you're going along here. And this area is Barras Nose. There's a seagull there waiting for someone to give up their sandwich. The thing is, you can stop so much here. You really can. Look at this. I mean, that looks like a painting, doesn't it? It really does. Amazing, yeah. I'll just go over here and see this. try not to forget about lunch at the moment, but we've got to stop at some point. But yeah. Well, we've sort of gone away from the sea as we curve around. So we've just got the sign here for Rocky Valley. But yeah, this is the way we want to go, because if we go up, because we're sort of leading away, we'll be back in Tintagel village. So yes, we'll go the way we need, which leads us to Smith's Cliff. So here we go. And then, yeah, through this gate. I mean, I've been through so many gates, but this probably is one of the best gates going through, isn't it? I must say. Just got to give it a bit of a push, I think. There we go. Just had to use a bit of brute force, but obviously taking care not to break anything. So, right. Yeah, there we go. That's a sign right, really next to the cliff here. Brilliant. And so we'll be making our way up here. But that's where we are on the footpath map after getting a bit of signal. But look at this. It's, yeah. The people just behind here, they had so much stuff on their backs, it was almost like small mattresses, but they're obviously equipped for a massive long hike. It's literally picture after picture here, but you know you've got to get on with it, but very distracting. Quite a lot of people walking along here. You do meet a fair few, and I'm just wondering if they are all going to Boscastle or not. We're entering another area, Willow Park, and there's possibly a campsite over there, I think. Yeah, and it's just, yeah, gotta have to sit here for lunch. This is just a wonderful place. What a view, like panoramic as well, isn't it? It's just got to be done. Got to be done. It's got to be done. Have to make it quite sharp and quick because got quite a bit to do. Nothing wrong with that at all. Right. Oh, it's nice to sit down for a minute actually, and then see it from this perspective. Right, well I'll crack on and I'll join you back in a bit. Oh, before I do, what have we got in the lunch today? So I've got a Marmite sandwich that's been squashed in this little tub, and I've got some leftover crisps from Aldi, lightly sea salted crinkle cut crisps. I'll probably finish those up, I think. Right, well that's all that done. Time to pack up and we will continue in that direction. Well, I'm keeping the jacket on actually because it is quite warm and it's sheltering the neck as well from any sunburn. Now we're stepping down here and there's definitely different shades of blue there, isn't there? Oh, that was easy to get through. And more different perspectives of as you're walking along here. Quite a few steps up here, but you kind of get used to them as you go along here, of course. Trying to get the breath back after that hill. Yeah, so there we go, Boscastle showing its face on the sign. So we've got 3¼ miles to go. So this was suggested by Katie, so thank you again, Katie, for recommending us come here, because I have been here before but of course not seen this coastline, so it's been really great so far. Yeah, what a shot here, just straight down there, the sea there, and all the different rock formations, and got the rip tide along there. Of course you've got to be very careful of that, and you've got some little coves down there as well. Quick check-in of the progress. Doing pretty good, but still quite a bit to do. I've got no problem with that whatsoever. And as I said in the other video, days are pulling out, aren't they? Well, we've made it to Rocky Valley, folks. Purchased by funds given in memory of Mary. That's the next chapter in our adventure. But before descending down there, let's have a little shot up here. All these rugged steps that you go down. And we're going right next to some small little rapids on this stream or river. So yes, the main area of Rocky Valley, I'd imagine. And people down there are sort of going into the water. Just around the corner there. But look at that. There's your small kind of rapids or whatever. But yeah, that's where we are. So yeah, a big climb at the moment. And there was a signpost to say 2 3/4 of a mile remaining to get to Boscastle. So that's where we came from the bridge down there. So look what I've just spotted going into the ground there. It looks like a slow worm or something maybe. I think this is just a good spot to stop for a minute. But Tintagel or Trevenna means a village on a mountain. Well, there's a lovely campsite right on the edge here. Look at that. A homemade signpost with the main places Land's End 74 and John O'Groats 777. There we go, lucky number 7s. And of course you've got the map here around and about Boscastle and Tintagel. Another riptide there, look, sort of going right round in an oval shape. Now on footpath map, this shows as a detached bit of rock, and we'll have a look and see. There you go, look at that. It's not got a name as such as I could see. If there is a name, let me know in the comments, but I'm sure the seagulls favour this quite a lot. So this lovely view here and all the rocks. But just over there is Lady Window Arch, and you can go up there and you can get a wonderful view over there if you want to. But we are sort of running out of time at the moment, but we want to keep going because there's so much to see, as you can see round here basically. Well, I wasn't expecting weather like this. It was forecasted to be sunny but cloudy, but it's the complete opposite to that, isn't it? It's just sunny. I think it's going to be coming in the evening, so but hopefully be done by then. And another update for you of where we currently are. Right, well this is interesting, isn't it? These steps in this stone wall and quite close to the edge as well. Not too close, but when you're here you feel like it's more closer, but I think you get more of these, I think, through the coastal path is my thinking. And then just got to step down again on the other side, same kind of stones. I think it's just a deterrent to stop sheep getting over, isn't it, or jumping, or other farm animals. So there's a bus at Boscastle at 20 to 5, and I spoke to a couple that said it's about half an hour to get to Boscastle, so it might be a very brief stay at Boscastle, a sweeping visit. But yeah, it's all about really what we've done today, isn't it? The walk rather than hanging around somewhere. So just gone up a load of steps, and there you go, another view. I'll tell you what, I'm going to sleep like a lion tonight. So at the top there you can see a white castle, so something tells me we're near to Boscastle. Look at that. Just magic, absolute magic. If I was a decent painter, I would certainly give that a go. Another update on the progress. But as I say, things can look closer, but if you're going up and down quite a bit, it does take more time, and the pace you go, of course. Another set of steps up. So yeah, well, we got to get on with it. We can't turn back now. Right at this end of these steps, you've got Forbury stitches. Right. Cool. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't got a stitch. But yeah, there you go. Over there, that's the next view on the agenda. But then you can look over here. Apologies for the panting, but there you go. So yeah, that's Penelly Point. So got a third of a mile left before touching down on Boscastle. So around here is quite a substantial drop. But there's a path just to the right here you can go on, but I feel like this is much more what we want, isn't it? Just to get the most from being here, of course. Well, it's been 20 years now since a devastating flood swept through the small Cornish village of Boscastle. A month's worth of rain fell in just 2 hours, causing 2 rivers to burst their banks and about 2 billion litres of water to rush straight into the village. Whilst rainfall was in the forecast that day, the intensity of that rainfall and its impact on the village was not predicted, meaning residents had little time to react. On the 16th of August 2004, an upper trough associated with the area of low pressure to the southwest of the UK led to intense thunderstorms developing along stationary sea breeze front over the moors to the east of Boscastle, which saw more than 200 millimetres of rain fall in just 5 hours. Flood management has improved immensely since 2004, with the Environment Agency investing more than £10 million in improving flood defences in Boscastle. Less visible, but incredibly important, was the opening of the Flood Forecasting Centre, FFC, in 2009, following recommendations made in the Pitt Review. So there's 2 options here. You can go down to the harbour along here, or you can sort of cut across a bit, which is what I'm hoping to do here, but you'll get a view over Boscastle from the top, which is awesome, from above. But yeah, there's a visitor centre here that you can go to, and there's like photos, videos of the flooding that took place. There you go, that's how large the river actually is running into the sea. Great view of Boscastle there, look. Really is nice to see. I was just wondering about that 4x4 down there, but it's cool. He's taking his boat out with a trailer. I'm speeding a bit here actually, just in case there's any chance that the bus is still around, but I feel like we've probably missed it. The next one is at 20 to 7, but if we have missed it, it's not a problem staying here, because we worked hard to get here, haven't we, folks? There we are, we're officially landed in Boscastle. There we go, we've done it. But yeah, that's not open at the moment for ice creams, but if we go over this bridge, look at that view, and then over here, and there you go. This is the Museum of Witchcraft and Magic and the National Trust Cafe, Courtyard and Garden. Yeah, Museum of Witchcraft and Magic, just positioned there.
I think we're leading to the big one.
But yeah. So nice that, and great that this place is still okay, isn't it? After what it's had to go through. Just to let you know what the name of this river is, it's called the River Valency, or Valency. I'll put it on the screen. But it's a short river in North Cornwall with many small tributaries. After running past Lennerworth, it cuts a valley before entering the sea at the harbour of the village of Boscastle. On this building here, Clovelly clothing, cottage built in early 1800s. It was destroyed by the flood, and it was rebuilt in 16th of August 2005. A very nice pub, the Bridge House. If the bus has gone, then that is going to be the backup for the next bus to arrive. Fantastic, just got to the bus stop and the bus has arrived. Brilliant. I'm very happy indeed, I must say. Well, on the bus then, nice to sit down, I must say. Of course I'll give you my thoughts when I get back to Tintagel. Well, there we go. The walk is complete, and I did 11 kilometres in the end, and it did definitely feel like that, I must say, because of course it's up and down. You know, there's real steep points with a lot of steps involved, isn't there? Because they're like stone, not just steps, so you've got to really keep an eye on those things. But what keeps you going, of course, is the wonderful scenery. It's just, I can't put a word on it, it's just absolutely extraordinary. And the weather we had today, you couldn't have asked for anything better, could you? And I must say, it is delightful to be able to sit down again in the King Arthur Arms pub and have a shandy, half a shandy, you know, I'm being good. But this place is just obviously all to do, all sort of like it's around the legend of King Arthur, right? So there's that story, and you do feel it here, you know. Of course, there's lots of places named after that, and lots of gift shops, and so you really feel that kind of like presence of the whole kind of background to that here. And of course, you might not want to do the coastal path because this segment is challenging, like I did say. You don't have to do that. You could just come here to appreciate the whole village, and you can then go down to, you can view the Tintagel Castle and the bridge from your viewpoint, or you can pay to get in. I think it's about £16, I think, but I'll just confirm that on the screen if I'm wrong. But if you've got an English Heritage membership, then that's all included, so then you get that experience of that. So yeah, the different segments of going down the coastal path. The ones that really you remember, of course, is the Barras Nose, which is like that area, the part of Tintagel, almost like a bit of a circle kind of part of the walk. Not really a circle, but it kind of takes you around the bay a bit. And then you go up the cliff and you see these wonderful views of the bridge and where the castle will be. It's just wonderful, absolutely brilliant. And then you eventually get down to Rocky Valley, and that's just absolutely epic. It really is epic. And of course, you've got the water rushing down there, people having a dip in there, and it's just it's breathtaking. The scenery, as you saw, is just, I mean, if you can do this, I highly recommend you walk this, but I know not everyone can, and that's why I make these videos, so you can appreciate what is out there, because it's not going to be ideal for everyone. So that's why it's great here to come to Tintagel, and there's other things to do, and then I'm so glad to get to Boscastle, because it did take some time today, and it's approaching 6 o'clock. But of course, Boscastle survived the flood, and it's great that they pulled through it, and it's a little bustling little place now still. And you can go there and you can get an idea of the whole story through the visitor centre. So I didn't go there, I didn't have time, but you can go in there and you can see, I'd imagine, pictures of what happened, film of it. There's lots of documentaries out there, isn't there, that sort of thing. But then I can't believe how lucky it was to get on the 95 bus. That really was great, wasn't it? And it was £2.50 single, and it pretty much drops you back in Tintagel, right next to the toilets as well, so it's ideal. But obviously check the time, a bus timetable, if you're going to be doing that. Parking wise, there's lots of parking, but I parked in King Arthur's car park. It was £6 all day, so that was ideal. I always go for those all days, because you don't know how long you're going to be, so you don't want to think, oh god, I've got to get back to the car, oh my god, I've only paid for 3 hours. You don't want to have all that. You want to have the full all-day parking ticket, so you can relax and really appreciate this wonderful place. And we've done it, folks. We've gone to Cornwall on the channel, the walking highlights, and thank you again, Katie, for your recommendation for us to do this for the channel. It has been super. But anyway, I am quite tired now, and got a bit of a journey to go. Oh yeah, to get here was pretty straightforward. From my direction, it was like the M5, the A30, and then of course a couple of smaller roads. Not really anything to worry about in terms of, like, very small narrow country roads, and have to experience that, so hopefully you won't have that either. But anyway, it's a bit dark in here. It's got a good atmosphere, but a lovely pub. They do food as well, so I think they welcome dogs as well. I can see a paw print on one of the, let's have a look. Yep, they welcome well-behaved dogs, so that's always nice to see, isn't it? Anyway, keep an eye out for the next Walking Highlights draw, and thank you for joining us. Take care. Join me for another walking journey very soon, and it's bye bye from me in Tintagel.